They are spread across the country. You as the manufacturers, you may see, if you are falling within these areas, then you straightway qualify for applying under the MSIP scheme. If you do not fall under these areas, please write to us. We will assess the area as per the guidelines. If it's found, yes, it qualifies to be as a brownfield cluster, it will be taken for the notification. The processes will be adhered to, and we are ready to notify it as a brownfield cluster, so that no manufacturing unit in any industrial area or an area authorized by the government for industrial use is left and does not qualify for the grant of MSIPs. Our intent is very open that each and every unit which is located in any authorized industrial area does qualify for these incentives, so that they come forward and apply for the incentives for enhancement of their productions. The response to this scheme has been, I can say, better than that of EMCs, because these are the individual units who have applied. For enhancement of the capacity, production capacity in LED, you can see we have already received applications to the amount of 310 and 1784 crores. There are different companies which are Indian manufacturers in the LED segment who have applied for the incentives under MSIP scheme. A few of them have already been granted the approval by appraisal committee, and a few of them are at the advanced stage. And we don't see that they are not yet. We are trying to give the benefit to maximum of them. And as Dr. Dave informed you, we are already in the process of setting up fab facilities in India. 2 locations have been added, and in principle approvals have been given to the applicants for setting up one facility near Delhi in Greater Noida and another facility in Gandhinagar in Gujarat. So this will be the basic boon coming to the ESDM sector for enhancing the manufacturing. The basic homework, or you can say the basic groundwork, has been completed for these. In principle letters have been issued to the consortia partners, so, and now it will be taken for further to the implementation side. Another big benefit under this national policy of electronics to the local manufacturers is the preferential market access. Preferential market access is a scheme in which we have recommended, the government has already notified, that any government procurement in these segments, LED is one of them, if they go for a purchase, they should give 50%, minimum 50% preference to the domestically manufactured products. And in that, we are not saying it should be an exclusively domestically manufactured product. They have been given a percentage, say in the first year, the Indian component or the domestic component could be up to the tune of 50%, which involves even the value adds, not only the components, even up to the level of value adds. And every subsequent year, there is an enhancement of 5%. And there were some changes suggested by the government to preferential market access. Or that cabinet note was already moved, and cabinet has already approved that, sir, on 5th of this month, and maybe it will be notified in a fortnight's time. We are trying to develop an electronic development fund. The scheme is already been submitted to Planning Commission for their agreement or in principle approval, under which there will be a major fund, which will be the Walden Fund, and so many other daughter funds to fund the entrepreneurs for development of IPs, for development or designing of various aspects in the ESDM related activities. And a small offshoot of that, we have already started a program in the DIT, which we call as development of IP in ESDM sector. Under that, what we are doing, if you come with a proposal, suppose you want to have an incubation center for the startups, or for some companies who want to work jointly, we are even ready to fund that. There is a working group which is led by the leading industrialists, and we can say the forefathers of India like Ajay Chaudhary and others, Dr. Nambiar. They assess the proposals, and they have already agreed to support 4 or 5 such type of incubation centers which will host the startups in various ESDM activities. It's irrespective, it's basically within ESDM, it's sector neutral. Then have some exit mechanism so that those small new entrepreneurs come, either they develop IPs or they develop the complete product or the prototype, which can be a support technology or a support product for the industry. And there are some export incentives also. This has been going on for quite a long time. There are focus product scheme which gives 2% duty credit scheme and special focus product wherein you have 5% duty scheme. All these details are already available on the website as well. And the most important aspect of the national policy on electronics is the HR initiatives. As in the morning session also I was listening to Dr. Sood, he gave a lot of emphasis that we need to have a talent pool which actually supports the production in the real sense, that say suppose an engineering graduate is needed at a particular level with a particular skill set, we should be able to provide that. At a floor shop we may need less skilled but more comprehensive or with a particular specific technology or a tool knowledge that is required. For that, what the IT has done, we have already selected an agency to conduct a survey for skill gap analysis. In that, what we are trying to do to identify the needs of the actual production companies. As of now, we have already made a list of around 200 odd companies wherein we are trying to send that agency for an interview to see what is their actual requirement of the manpower, which is the person required, if that is available, is he meeting the production needs of the that company. If it is not meeting, then what is the alternative they have made, then what is the gap analysis. Based on that gap analysis, we will be working with National Skill Council Development to actually make the programs for development of that particular manpower. And this manpower will be from the level of floor manager or a worker level up to the PhD level, so that all the requirements, all the gaps within the manpower are identified. For more details, we have a comprehensive newsletter coming every month. Chief editor of that is none other than Dr. Ajay Kumar, who has been very active in creating these policies and making ESDM sector to run somehow. You can subscribe to that, get complete information every month out of that newsletter. And I will request you, if you are thinking of electronics, don't think more of imports, try to think of Indianized products, try to manufacture it in India, and we are there to support you. Thank you very much.